Hello, my dear clients and community. I'm making this video newsletter to let you know about a huge transformation that has occurred in me recently. That's also going to transform my practice and how I interface with the community. So just a little quick background here. I was born under the right angle cross of the sleeping phoenix, which means I am bound to cycles of falling asleep in order to wake up and die so that I can be reborn, and that I bear this cross for the benefit of the world. If that's confusing, don't worry about it. I'll explain more in another video if you're interested. I've gone through many of these transformational cycles in my life, and although it's always difficult to move through the dying phase of the process, and it's always scary to leap into the unknown, but once I do finally surrender to that mystery, it always gives birth to a new level of magic, alignment, and coherency in my life that is beyond what I could have ever imagined. And I trust that this transformational process is no different. The new version of myself that I'm being called into is really about stepping fully into the role of teacher, guide, and mentor. This cycle that I've gone through has really shown me that my human design is actually really uniquely built for helping people through the next 5 to 10 years as our world culture goes through the first major cycle of the sleeping phoenix. So what I mean by that is that in 2027, the Earth is moving out of the age of planning and into the age of the sleeping phoenix. And I believe that one of my highest callings in this life is to act as a guide through this process. So, after a lot of struggling and resistance to it, I'm surrendering to that I'm not just here to help people feel better in their bodies, but I'm here to lead people to true liberation, physical, spiritual, and emotional. So there is a unique system of practice that is emerging through me after nearly 20 years of conscious cultivation. This system will give practitioners the proper tools and perspective to make it through this process that I'm talking about that's going to start happening with the most amount of ease. So this system is a synthesis of the functional parts of ancient wisdom traditions from Taoism, Dzogchen Buddhism, vision quests, and non-dual teachings. It combines them with modern anatomy, trauma healing, craniosacral therapy, connective tissue therapy, and emotional repression techniques, and then binds it all together with something that is unique unto me. To give a brief and general idea of how this system flows, we start with gentle, awareness-based physical movements to open up and create more vitality in the body, stability of attention, leading to greater clarity of awareness. From here, we explore the deeper spiritual teachings that bring awareness back to its source of unified consciousness that is free from the suffering of the separate self. This stage is often called enlightenment or awakening, and it's really not as big of a deal or as unattainable as most of us think. Then we integrate that awakening back into the body, uprooting the hidden, repressed emotions that our nervous system won't let us feel until we've gained liberation from the attachment to the separate self. That returns us back to the heart, truly, and to real emotional freedom. This path is obviously a huge undertaking, and so right now I'm just looking for 3, maybe 5 committed students to pilot this new system and help me refine it as it unfolds. If this is calling to you, please contact me directly, even if you don't have any familiarity with these practices yet. Additionally, there are a number of new and really exciting projects that we are beginning that have less of a commitment than the mentorship. So we're going to be starting a podcast called Beyond Body Podcast, where we will be challenging common ideas around health, what proper posture is, what the body is, what healthy movement is, what strength actually is in the body, and also challenging the common and limited ways of thinking about spirituality, spirit, energy, all that stuff. We'll explore the idea that the way beyond the body is through the body, and that we cannot truly cultivate health in the body without cultivating the spirit, and vice versa. We'll even get into some more hot topics that may be triggering, like money, financial education, and how our money actually works, and how money and spirit are inextricably intertwined. We'll also be creating online educational content for both professionals and the general public. This is going to be amazing, full online Taiji Academy and Bodywork School. So we're going to be doing live in-person workshops as well, continuing education for massage, craniosacral therapists, as well as courses that will also be relevant to acupuncturists, chiropractors, and doctors of manual osteopathy. And like I mentioned, the other branch of the online school will focus on Taoist internal arts and spiritual studies. We'll be building an online Taiji Academy for people who want to study internal alchemy in a deep and authentic way. And it'll be a great resource for those who are studying with me in person to be able to go and practice on your own. So obviously, these are really big projects, and they're going to require a lot of time, money, and energy to bring into being. Honestly, right now, I have no idea how it's all going to work, but I know that I can't do it on my own. This is really all about building a community of conscious cultivators. I'm not interested in a top-down kind of school structure. I want to build a collaborative circle of self-responsible practitioners. So, if you feel called to help bring this into reality, along with participating in practices, we're going to be opening up a handful of exclusive special memberships for those of you that want to get on the ground level of this and have full access to everything. And then we're also looking for 1, maybe 2 large investors. So we have a business plan being developed, complete with timeline and projected ROI and all that good stuff. So contact me directly for more info on that. Okay, now for the reason that most of you are actually watching this video, which is to hear how the structure of my bodywork practice is transforming and what that means for you as my client. So I just want to start by saying that this has been really difficult for me to come to this point and accept that this change is necessary. It's been something that's really been pressing on me for over a year, and I've resisted it because I know it means the dynamic with some of you will change, and I really have such a special relationship with each and every one of you. You know, I love coming to work every day, and that's not just because I love the work itself, but because I love who I get to work with. You guys are the ones that make it all worth it. So, if this new structure doesn't fit for you right now, please know that it's not personal, and I hope we can work together again in the future. This shift is happening so that I can go deeper with those who feel called to really walk this path with me. You know, there's just so much more depth and transformation available from me through this work that I haven't been able to access with you all because of the way that our current system is set up. In traditional Taoist medicine, when someone comes to a doctor or priest with an issue, before they receive body work like acupuncture and massage, they're given Qigong exercises to practice. So from here on out, I'll be doing something similar. I'm only going to be offering body work to people who are also practicing the movement, posture, and awareness work that I teach. Because those practices really are the most potent and direct path to true healing. And bodywork has only ever really been meant to be a supplementary part of our overall health program. So this doesn't necessarily mean you have to become a formal Qigong student, though. So far, I'm seeing three main routes to being able to receive bodywork from me. So the kind of introductory route, where you just commit to your regular session time, is where you come in for your 90 or 120-minute session, but we take the first third to half of the session to work on posture, movement, and awareness. And then the rest of the time is spent on bodywork. The next level of commitment to your own transformation is where you come to weekly Qigong classes and attend workshops when you can. And then your bodywork time is just for bodywork. So it can be 60 to 120-minute sessions. But that way you come to Qigong class, and then you come and get bodywork kind of as normal. And then for those who are really committed to their transformation, what I suggest is coming in for private Qigong lessons, and then come in for your full normal bodywork session. This can be back-to-back appointments or booked at separate times. I have one client who has been doing 1-hour private lessons directly in front of her bodywork sessions and has had absolutely miraculous transformations over the last year. And I hope to be able to share her incredible and inspiring story with everybody soon. Perhaps this will be on our podcast. So there will be some exceptions to this rule, like acute injuries, emergencies, car accidents, falls, concussions, that kind of stuff. But regardless of which path you choose to take here, I need everybody to start by signing up for a new client appointment with me. And I know this may be a really big ask and may be frustrating or annoying, or perhaps even sad or hurtful to those who have been with me for such a long time. But it feels really important to honoring this rebirth process, that we all start anew and with a common experience and understanding of what the work will be from here on out. And I'm going to give you guys a discount for those of you that have been with me for a long time, and I'm asking to kind of start from the beginning in one sense. I have a special discount code for you all that you will find in your email. So the new client appointment is a 2-hour session where we go deep on examining your unique energetic anatomy and your proper strategy for how to make major life decisions based on that unique energy type. This is actually really super duper important for attaining health in our body and mind, is to understand this process of decision making. Otherwise, there's so many things of why we will never be able to attain true health in the body. We'll be always fighting the current. It's going to be amazing, and you're going to actually be really glad that you went through this with me. Then we'll go into posture, movement, and awareness practices. And then the rest of the session time will be left for regular body work and discussing treatment plan and how I can best support your unique process. Like I said, you guys may be a little disgruntled by this, but please trust me that even if you've been with me for a long time, starting with this new client appointment is going to be totally mind-blowing and life-changing for you. So, in addition to that requirement, I also really need everyone to use the online system for scheduling for your future appointments. Kind of from here on out, I'm not going to be doing it over text or calls. It may be a minor annoyance or inconvenience to you, but it's a huge help to me and really allows me to spend my time and energy focusing on the special ways that I can help you guys along your journey rather than having to focus on the back and forth that goes on. Last thing here is that I'm going to be canceling all the appointments that are on the books right now, starting from November 1st forward. And so that's when I'm going to need everyone to sign up for these new client appointments. If you have an appointment scheduled before November 1st, you can show up as normal. But yeah, I'm just going to repeat. If you're scheduled after November 1st, I'm going to be canceling all those appointments and have everybody go back, go online, and rebook with me under the new client appointment selection. So if you go to the website, you'll click the button, Work with Luke, and it'll take you to that screen, and you'll just click the first option there, which is new client appointment. Right now, though, the calendar is closed and nobody's going to be able to select anything. I think I'm going to open that up on Tuesday, October 28th. I want people to have time to watch this, process it a little bit, and decide how they want to move forward together before having to get on there and select appointments. I know this may take some time to integrate this transformation in our relationship and in your perception of who I am. So please take your time and don't hesitate to reach out to me, text, call, email. If you have any questions, or if you feel like some of these options that I'm giving don't really fit for your specific needs, but you do want to keep working with me and you are also interested in learning these body methods, we can discuss different options and ideas. I really am looking forward to this new phase of our journey together.